Let me bring in Dr. Kersti Seksel, who's a veterinary psychiatrist, a specialist in animal behaviour. Thanks for joining us, Kersti. 11 deaths in Australia over the past 4 years, 5 of them little children. What can we do to make sure this stops happening?
It's an excellent question. And first of all, sympathies and empathies. I mean, it's just tragedy to lose a child in any circumstance. To me, it's all about education of the public. They really need to understand that dogs are sentient beings with emotions and feelings. They can feel unwell like we can. And I don't know that legislation in New South Wales or anywhere for that matter is that bad, but you have to have people that obey the law. Simple as that.
You can't educate a 2-year-old about dogs that are big enough and angry enough to kill it.
Well, I wouldn't call dogs angry. I think that's a misnomer that we have. But
well, these dogs were angry about something. They killed a 2-year-old.
Yeah, but that's a good way of starting answering your question. The bottom line is, there's a wonderful book called Dogs Are Dangerous, but Slippers Kill More People Than Dogs Do. And if you look at the statistics, lots of children die down in swimming pools. My stepson was killed by a tree at school that fell down on him. And it's about supervision of the kids. So it's not teaching the 2-year-old child about dogs, it's teaching their parents. And this is why we have wonderful programs in school.
You can't be saying, though, that we just have to accept this because we have so many dogs around. We should accept that now and then kids get killed.
Well, trees fall down on children. I've been through that in my own life. People get run over, like children get run over, they drown in swimming pools. But we have lots of swimming pools.
Why do we
can't
put up
ban
with people
pools.
adding the risk? I don't want somebody else taking a risk with my child because they choose to have some sort of big, mean dog.
Well, I don't think I'd call dogs mean. They have a reason why they behave the way. Just like, people could look at you now.
Some people are mean. Some people are mean and some dogs are mean. They're killing children.
Yeah.
We've had a case where a child was ripped out of a pram and killed. We've had a case just a couple of years ago where an elderly woman was going for a walk along the beach and was set upon by 2 dogs and killed.
Well, I've been involved in lots of coroner's inquests and I've been given evidence in those sort of places, and I can tell you right now we don't know what was going on with those dogs. One case in Point of View, a child bit a child and killed it in the US. And what happened was the child put a pencil down that dog's ear. And I defy you, Chris, if I got up now and put a pencil down your ear, that you would just sit here calmly.
Well, I don't think I'd kill you, Kersti. I don't think I'd kill you. I haven't killed anyone yet.
Well, I haven't killed anyone yet.
Dogs are killing children. And many dogs are capable of doing that. Not all are, but many are. Doesn't it mean simply that if a dog is capable of that, it just must be under restraint at all times? And that even if they're in restraint in the backyard, you have to make sure that no children could just wander into such a yard.
But that's the law already. Dogs have to be under the effective control of an adult.
Well,
that is the law now.
We obviously need to do more to enforce those laws, don't we?
Well, I guess it depends on who's going to pay for that. But yes, I think, honestly, I've been a vet for over 30 years and 99% of my patients have been fabulous patients. And when they're not easy to handle, it's usually because they have an anxiety disorder or they're in pain or there's some other reason. And I think to just say dogs are mean is really not scientifically based in any evidence that we know.
I don't think I'm going to say dogs are mean. People love their dogs and most dogs don't cause any trouble. But there are dogs regularly in this country now killing people. It's 11 deaths in less than 4 years.
Yeah, and that's horrific. How many children or people died on the roads? When you look at the statistics, it is a horrible thing to lose a child. Do you know the animal that kills most people in the world? Are cattle. And yet they don't make the media. I don't see you doing a program on that. Well, maybe you will now.
I'll tell you what, if 11 people die in the next couple of years in cattle, I'll get into that as well. But this is a problem because people go to the park, they walk around their neighbourhood and somebody else's dog can beset them. And we've got to stop that.
Absolutely. We have to be educating the public about reading dog body language and being responsible for the adult. And I've always talked about socially responsible dog ownership. I think that's really, really important. I have a dog. I don't know if you have a dog, but I'm very responsible for my dog. And I totally agree with you. But at the end of the day, you can make all the rules you like. There are people who are going to obey them and there are people that are not. And
indeed,
that's the way the world is, unfortunately, for you and I.
Thanks for joining us, Dr. Kersti Seksel. I appreciate it.